What if I told you that some of the most advanced medical systems on Earth aren't found in hospitals or pharmaceutical labs, but quietly growing in your backyard? Most people don't realize this, but while we lean on modern medicine for almost everything, there are plants out there running biochemical processes so complex that scientists are still trying to fully grasp them. Not just theories or folklore, real mechanisms backed by solid research. Today, I'm excited to share 10 incredible plants that will change how you see plant life, and maybe even how you think about medicine itself. Stick around, because number 5 features a compound so complex it took scientists over 40 years to replicate it. And number 10 has been used for wound treatment long before recorded history. If you love uncovering hidden systems like this, be sure to hit subscribe. We break down the fascinating science behind plants in a way that actually makes sense. So, let's dive in. These are 10 plants running systems more advanced than we ever gave them credit for. Number 1, aloe vera. Most folks see aloe as a simple burn remedy, something you keep on your windowsill and forget about. But inside a single aloe leaf is a network of over 200 active compounds, each playing a specific role. Anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, immune-supporting, all happening simultaneously. What's wild? There's no central control system, no brain directing these processes, yet everything runs in perfect harmony. Take Akemannan, for example. It activates immune cells at incredibly low concentrations, so low that researchers initially thought the data was off. Even the outer layer of the leaf isn't just a barrier. It produces defensive chemicals like aloin, now being studied for its anti-tumor potential. This isn't just a soothing gel, it's a fully integrated biological system. Number 2, Moringa. This tree thrives in conditions that would kill most crops, dry, nutrient-poor soil, yet it produces leaves packed with vitamins, minerals, and complete proteins. It's not just surviving, it's outperforming its environment. Its roots recycle nitrogen, creating a self-sustaining nutrient loop. And its seeds, they can purify water, binding to bacteria, and pulling contaminants out, just like modern water treatment methods. Inside the leaves, you'll find compounds currently being studied for cancer prevention. A tree producing pharmaceutical-grade chemistry in drought conditions? Incredible. Number 3, plantain. Not the banana, the humble weed growing in cracks and sidewalks. Most people step over it every day, but inside its leaves is a 2-part wound repair system. One compound reduces inflammation, while another accelerates cell regeneration. Plus, a natural gel forms a protective barrier, sealing the wound while healing happens underneath. It's the same layered design used in modern medical dressings, except this plant has been doing it all along. Number 4, dandelion. Often seen as a pesky weed, dandelions are among the most underestimated plants on Earth. Their roots reach deep into the soil, pulling minerals that other plants can't access and storing them in their leaves. But that's just the beginning. Their seeds use a flight mechanism so efficient that they generate their own airflow to stay suspended, something engineers are still trying to figure out. Internally, dandelions support liver function and fluid balance in ways synthetic compounds still struggle to replicate cleanly. Every part of it solves a different problem. Number 5, neem. Now, this is where things get almost unbelievable. Neem doesn't kill insects like most pesticides do. It disrupts their hormonal systems, preventing them from growing, reproducing, or even completing their life cycle. It's not poison, it's a biological shutdown. The main compound, azadirachtin, is so structurally complex that scientists identified it in the 1960s, but didn't replicate it until 2007. Over 40 years later. And that's just one compound. Neem also produces antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-malarial agents, all from the same system. Number 6, turmeric, that vibrant orange color. It comes from compounds designed to interact with multiple biological pathways all at once, targeting inflammation, enzymes, and cell signaling. Curcumin doesn't just target one system, it influences many. That's why it doesn't fit neatly into pharmaceutical models. Here's the kicker. For thousands of years, people have combined turmeric with black pepper, dramatically boosting its absorption. Modern science later confirmed that this combo increases effectiveness by up to 2,000%. The solution existed long before the explanation. Number 7, ginger. A pound of ginger in medieval Europe cost roughly the price of a sheep. Entire merchant economies stretched from Southeast Asia through Arab ports into European harbors, built around moving this one route. It wasn't traded as a luxury. It was traded because it worked in ways nothing else available could replicate. The active compounds, gingerols and shogals, activate receptors in the gut lining that accelerate gastric emptying and cut nausea signaling to the brain. Oncology units now include ginger as a standard adjunct for chemotherapy-induced nausea. Ginger speeds up digestion, reduces nausea signals to the brain, and even affects blood clotting pathways. Similar to how aspirin works, Traditional Chinese medicine classified fresh and dried ginger as distinct medicines entirely because drying converts gingerols into shogaols, more potent anti-inflammatory agents. The processing variable was codified centuries before the chemistry existed to explain it. Number 8. Holy basil. This is not culinary basil. Treating them as the same plant is like swapping a field radio for a satellite uplink. Same category, completely different capability. Also known as tulsi, this isn't your average herb. It works on the body's stress regulation system, the HPA axis, helping bring cortisol levels back into balance. Not suppressing stress, not overstimulating the body, stabilizing it. This affects everything: immunity, metabolism, cognitive function. Holy basil also targets inflammation through the same pathways as common painkillers, but without the side effects. It's not just calming, it's corrective. It also inhibits COX2, the same enzyme pathway ibuprofen targets, without the gastrointestinal damage synthetic inhibitors cause. In India, tulsi grows in virtually every household. That tradition maintained its genetic diversity for 3 millennia without a single formal conservation program. Number 9, chamomile. Most think of chamomile as a simple sleep tea. Chamomile produces a compound called apigenin that binds directly to benzodiazepine receptors in the brain, the same receptors Valium and Xanax target. It was hitting that receptor for thousands of years before the receptor had a name. The difference is binding affinity. Apigenin connects with a lighter molecular grip, so you get the calming effect without the dependency cascade. Egyptians, Romans, Greeks, Anglo-Saxons, indigenous Americans, every civilization that had access to chamomile used it for sleep and anxiety independently, and none of them produced a withdrawal crisis. Clinical trials published in Phytomedicine confirmed statistically significant anxiety reduction with a safety profile clean enough for long-term use. And finally, number 10, yarrow. Yarrow. Used long before written history, archaeological evidence shows yarrow was placed in burial sites tens of thousands of years ago. Once you understand what it does, that makes perfect sense. Yarrow is a special plant that helps our bodies heal quickly. It speeds up the process that stops bleeding, fights off germs, and reduces swelling, all at the same time. This amazing plant has been used for thousands of years, even on battlefields. Plus, it contains helpful compounds called luteolin and apigenin, which work together to keep our bodies safe from infections and calm down any swelling. So with just one plant, we get a powerful helper for our health. So step back and take a look at this. 10 plants, each running complex, overlapping biological systems. Healing, defense, regulation, repair. This isn't just a list of natural remedies, it's a network of living technologies. And here's the kicker most people don't realize. Around 25% of modern pharmaceuticals are derived from plant compounds. The science is there and the mechanisms are understood. Yet most of these plants are still growing quietly, on roadsides, in forests, in backyards, completely overlooked. The system was never hidden, we just stopped paying attention.